It has already been 4 months since you married Jungkook, but you still aren't used to the fact that you are married to a mafia boss. Your father and Jungkook's father have been good friends for years, both entrenched in the mafia world. Long ago, they decided that their children should marry, solidifying their bond. As the daughter of a mafia son, you choose a different path, channeling your passion into fashion designing. You were aware of Jungkook's father's involvement in the mafia, but discovering that Jungkook also himself was deeply entrenched in it was a shock for you. Becoming a mafia wife was never part of your plan. Your childhood was shadowed by your father's rough demeanor. His missions often left him angry, leading to him breaking things in frustration. Although he never mistreated your family, his anger terrified you at some times. Seeing your father as a mafia boss had solidified your resolve to avoid that life. You didn't want to marry into the world you had grown up in. But when you married Jungkook, also a mafia boss, all your hopes for a different life were dashed. 4 months into the marriage, you still struggle to accept the reality of being a mafia's wife, and a fear of Jungkook grips you daily. That is why, despite 4 months of marriage, it's still hard for you to accept your new reality as a mafia boss wife. One day, while you were in your room, your mother in law called you downstairs. You quickly obeyed, wondering what she needed. Wayan, take this and go to Jungkook's office to give him this lunchbox, she said, handing you the neatly packed carriage. Mom, he always comes home for lunch, right? You questioned, confusion evident in your voice. Yes, dear, but today he mentioned he has some work to finish, so he asked for his lunch to be brought to the office. He suggested sending a maid, but I thought it would be better if you went. You both are always so distant, and I hope this might help you connect, she explained with a kind smile. You nodded in agreement, though the fear in your heart remained. The thought of facing Jungkook directly and having to interact with him made your anxiety spike. How could you possibly talk to him when you were so scared of him? Yet, with no other choice, you took the lunchbox and prepared yourself for the daunting task ahead. As you approached Jungkook's office, you hesitated for a moment before knocking on the door. His voice came from inside. Come in, unaware of who was at the door. You opened it and stepped inside, your heart pounding. Jungkook looked up and was visibly surprised but happy to see you. He loves you with his whole heart, ever since childhood. When your parents arranged this marriage, he was overjoyed. But he never knew you were scared of him, so he kept his loving side hidden and never confessed his feelings until now. He began to speak. Wayan, you are here? He said, excitement lighting up in his face. Yeah, Mom asked me to bring you this lunchbox, you replied, placing it on his desk. Why did Mom send you? I told her to send it with the maids. She shouldn't have bothered you, he said, concern evident in his voice. It's okay, I'm fine bringing this, you said softly, trying to steady your nerves. Thanks for coming, Wayan, he said sincerely. Why are you saying thanks? It's my duty to do this as your wife. The words slipped out before you could stop them, surprising both of you. Jungkook's eyes widened slightly, taken aback by your response. Then a gentle smile spread across his face. Wyan, I wanted to tell you something, he said, his voice tender. What is it? Taking a deep breath, Jungkook stepped closer. I know things have been difficult for you and I understand why you might be scared of me, but I want you to know that I have loved you deeply ever since we were kids. When our parents arranged our marriage, it was the happiest day of my life. I didn't realize you were afraid of me, so I kept my feelings hidden. But I can't keep them inside any longer. I love you, Wyan, more than anything. You stood frozen in place, your mind racing after hearing Jungkook's heartfelt confession. You had always known he loved you as your father had mentioned, but you hadn't realized the depth of his feelings. Despite this revelation, the fear of his mafia connections remained, fueled by your experiences with your own father's temper. As Jungkook moved closer, leaning down to kiss you, the suddenness of his approach startled you. You flinched, your heart pounding with fear. Don't worry, he said gently. I know you are still scared of me. I just want to kiss you. You placed your hand on his chest, trying to hold him back. No, please, you stammered, your voice trembling. Overwhelmed by fear, you quickly turned and fled from the room. Jungkook watched your retreating figure with a heavy heart. He felt a pang of sadness, knowing he had overstepped despite his genuine intentions. His longing to be close to you had led him to act on impulse, and now seeing your fear only deepened his regret. He understood that he needed to be patient and gentle, even if it meant waiting until you were ready to accept his love. That night when Jungkook came home, he freshened up and joined you at the dining table. As you served him dinner, he looked up and asked, Did you have your dinner? You looked down, unable to meet his gaze, and replied, No, I was waiting for you. Okay, then sit down, I will feed you tonight, he said with a warm smile. You looked up in surprise. No need, I can eat myself, you eat first. Jungkook shook his head gently. Yes, I am going to eat, but tonight I want to feed my wife. Please let me. Nervously biting your lower lip, you hesitated. Okay, he guided you to sit beside him and began feeding you. Each bite was accompanied by his tender gestures, and you could feel his love in every moment. Despite feeling the warmth of his affection, the fear you carried made it difficult for you to fully accept his gestures. After finishing your dinner, you both moved to your shared bedroom. After changing into comfortable clothes, a top and shorts, you came out from bathroom, Jungkook lying in bed scrolling through his phone. His eyes widened and his jaw dropped as he saw you in that outfit. You looked stunning and he couldn't take his gaze away. You approached the dressing table and began applying moisturizer to your body, with your hair tied up in a bun and your neck exposed. Jungkook felt an intense surge of desire. Unable to resist, he got up from bed and came closer to you from behind, and as he came to you, he gently touched your body and placed a kiss on your neck. You were shocked by his sudden action. Realization hit you hard and you instinctively tried to push him away, attempting to escape. But Jungkook grabbed your hand and pulled you closer. Before you could react further, he lifted you in a bridal style and laid you gently on the bed. He hovered above you, his lips seeking yours in a fervent kiss, trailing down to your neck, leaving heartbeats against your skin. As his hands moved towards your waist, intending to explore further, you grabbed his hands tightly, stopping him. Jungkook, please stop, you pleaded. He paused, looking into your eyes, and saw the tears welling up, your fear evident. Then he stood up and you also got up from bed. But why, Ryan? It's been almost 4 months already. Why are you still not comfortable with me? Because I'm still not ready for this, Jungkook. Try to understand. I need time, you replied, your voice breaking. But why is it so hard for you to accept it? Are you still scared of me? You didn't say anything. Tell me, Ryan. I need to know. Don't stay quiet. Answer me. Yes, you whispered, your voice barely audible. Why are you scared of me? I'm your husband. I know, but you are a mafia. That is why I'm scared of you. Jungkook's expression softened and he sighed. Ryan, I am a mafia, not a monster. No matter how tough I am, I would never hurt you. There is no need to be scared of me. You nodded slowly, taking in his words. Okay, I will try. Just give me some time. Take all the time you need, Ryan. I will be here waiting. Then you felt bad for what you did before, so you said, I'm sorry. I know it's your right to touch me as my husband, but I'm really very sorry. I'm still scared of you. You said, your voice breaking as you sobbed. Don't say sorry. It's not your fault. I should have not touched you without your permission. I'm sorry. Jungkook replied softly, his eyes filled with understanding. Are you not mad at me? You asked, looking down, sobbing. No, I'm not mad at you, and don't cry. I won't do it until you want. Don't worry, I will always be by your side, Ryan. He reassured you gently, then he asked, can I hug you now? You nodded without looking at him. He wrapped his arms around you, and despite your lingering fear, you felt a sense of safety in his embrace. No matter what, I will always stay with you. Please don't be scared of me. I can't take it. I promise I won't touch you until you want, he whispered in your ears. A pang of sadness hit you as you realized how patiently he had been waiting for you to accept him. For 4 months he had suppressed his desires out of respect for your fear, and now seeing his sincerity and longing, you felt a deep sadness for keeping him at a distance, and you felt very bad for him. Then you decided to open up. Okay, let's sleep now, he said, starting to pull away. Then you suddenly said, I was ready to do this. For what? He asked, confused. Let's start a family. Let's have a baby. Jungkook looked at you in shock. What did you say? Let's have a baby, Jungkook. I know I was scared of you, but you make me feel so comfortable when you are with me. You always show your love for me. Just now when you hugged me, I felt safe in your arms. I don't want you to suffer anymore. You have already been suffering for 4 months, keeping your desires suppressed. I'm sorry for that. I'm ready now. Are you sure, Ryan? Yes, Jungkook, I'm sure. I took this decision after thinking. Within seconds, Jungkook's lips were on yours, his kiss filled with passion and relief. He gently guided you onto the bed, hovering above you as his kisses trailed down your neck and jawline. You also kissed him back, pulling him closer to you, leaving no gap between you both. His hands roamed gently over your body, but this time, instead of fear, you felt a growing warmth and desire. Your fingers tangled in his hair as his lips moved passionately against yours. Every kiss, every touch was filled with the love and longing he had kept inside for so long. As you both gave into the moment, your connection deepened, the barriers of fear and uncertainty melting away. Then that night became an endless journey of love and connection for both of you, binding your hearts and souls closer than ever before.